Yeah. It's your girl. You get to know me whenever. I just want to talk about the most rising issues that's happening. I didn't even say good morning. Just get into it. Anyways, good morning. I hope you had a blessed night. I hope you slept well. I did. I had a beautiful dream, and it was so amazing. So now, I woke up with a very high spirit of wanting to converse and talk about some things to some people. I know there are lots of people out there who have so much going on with them, and they're trying so hard to battle with this situations, especially when it comes to connections with breaking up connections with people that we were once like in high people we held of high esteem, people we were once in a very tense and um, intimate relationship. It might not just be like sexual relationships, but like even friendships and shit like that. But I'm finna just talk about how to deal with all of those compromises that surrounds the environment of this relationships, be it friendship or be it whatever. Okay. So now I want to talk about how talk about toxic relationships. I think I should start with that. A lot of people going through toxic shit, and I went through the shit, and you would finally discover how I got to heal from it. But first, I just want to address it to you who's probably like also going through the same thing. I know you probably are, and how you can deal with it. So first, I want to talk about how this toxicity affects your the most important valued asset that you might own as a being, which is your potential and your zeal for ambition. Everybody has potentials. So this everybody has something that they are capable of doing, high capacity of doing something that they cherish and do not want to lose. Examples of what example would I give? But anyways, everybody has like great potentials. Their capacity to speak, capacity to feel, capacity to express oneself, capacity to man, what the fuck? The breeze is so windy today. It's just breeze. It's just like aggressively breezy. Did I say something wrong? Anyways, affect potentials. That was a slam on the door. It's really crazy. It came from the balcony. So how does toxicity affect your potentials? My neck looks so much like a chain. I do not even need a gold chain no more. Honestly. Anyways, how does toxicity affect your potentials? It does. And how it knocks down your zeal for ambition. But first off, it does affect your potential. It affects your potential in so many ways. It makes you weak, it makes you tired, it makes you feel incapable, it just knocks down the strength to keep going forth. You understand me? Okay, the potential is what we're talking about. So it reduces your potential when you're in a toxic relationship with somebody who doesn't understand the wave, who cannot carry up the wave of your potential, because you've got like this heavy potential in you, right? It's so heavy. You need someone that can like be on the same scale with you in order for it to be balanced. And if you find someone whose scale is not heavy, is not strong enough to uphold your potential, it like just slopes down. It becomes like imbalanced, right? So toxicity does affect your your strength to to be productive, to do things. So, what example would I give how toxicity affected my potential one time? It did. Years ago, I was in a very toxic environment, toxic. When I say toxic relationship, like I couldn't do nothing. Whatever I felt crazy. Whatever I did, whatever I had in me that I was building up while I was younger, gradually began to diminish. Like I couldn't even figure out what I could do. It isn't even about like, oh, the zeal. It just killed the zeal of what I could do. I couldn't even discover what I could do. I totally forgot that I could do some things in my life. I forgot I loved dancing. I loved writing. I loved all those things, all those petty things. I totally forgot that I could do all those things because I was constantly trying to deal with the problem. Um, that it ended up affecting my potential. So I wasn't productive at all. I stopped doing things. I stopped writing. I stopped doing all the things that I loved to do. I totally even forgot them. So that's one thing that happens when you're with toxic people. Toxic people tend to, like, to make all your perfections seem imperfect. They tend to complain at everything you do, especially when you're with people like black people really weird as she. So like when you're doing things that you love, they're like, "What are you doing? What is that? Come on, knock it off. What are you doing? Look how you're so funny and shit like that." They tend to talk down on you, and then you feel like, you feel like, okay, I'll just leave that. Later I'll do it, and then you probably might forget because there's something else you have to deal with as human. There's so many things that pop up in our life, and we have to deal with these things. So like when you're in a toxic environment, might be argument with your partners or friendships and shit like that do not understand what you are, that don't understand what potent is, that cannot contain potential. They tend to affect your potentials. And I would still talk about I tend to always postpone shit like this because, like, I feel like I should put them on a different scale. But like when I was in a toxic relationship, it did affect me big time. It did affect me big time. It affected my potentials. I didn't know. I knew what I could do. I knew in me that there was something that I can do. Like I can do something, but then I couldn't even pinpoint what this shit was that I could do. I totally forgot. I was daily, always trying to solve the issues with this people, with this person, trying to like figure out what to do, what not to do, and shit like that, trying to to just escape from the situation, just get myself out. But it wasn't helping me. Rather, it was like knocking down my zeal for ambition. Sorry, I was trying to correct their action towards me so I could balance myself, so I could fully unleash my potential. I was giving so many excuses to their actions. I was settling on it, so I was too busy trying to correct their actions that I forgot that I had a particular potential in me that was built, was created, or was in me to be unleashed. That was in me to be unleashed. I forgot that I had a particular box that I had to open up, shit like that. So because I was busy trying to deal with them instead of dealing with me. So I wasn't trying to get away from the situation. I was trying to solve this situation with them. I was trying to be good. I was trying to understand that people can change. So in trying to do this, I endangered myself even more. I was like, oh, they're gonna change. People are not so bad. I've seen you being good before. I know what you can do. You're not a bad person. I've seen you being good. I've seen you treat me nice. So I guess there's something just wrong. Maybe the stress you're going through. This was my thinking, you know. So I was thinking like maybe it's the stress this person's going through. Maybe it's the stress they're going through. Maybe, a lot of maybes. I was giving so much excuses to why this person was behaving like this, and I was in disbelief. I wouldn't accept the fact that they were behaving like that. That it was them. I was thinking there's like this some other person underneath their shield. I kind of like just programmed my mind to thinking like there was another person underneath your sheet. So with this thought of mine, I was trying to deal with, to change them, to make them see me for who I was instead of seeing me truly for who I was. I was trying to put them in my life, and then it was too toxic, so it was eating me up gradually while trying to change this person that wasn't willing to change. And it started affecting my zeal for ambition. I didn't want to do, I didn't want to do so much. I just knew that I was going to do a lot, but I wasn't willing to do so much. I wasn't putting so much work because every day, day in, day out, I was thinking, what am I going to do? Why are you behaving like this and stuff like that? Why are you treating me like this? Stuff like that. The toxicity was taking so much weight on me that I totally forgot me. I forgot that I wanted to be somebody, that I had the capacity to be productive. I had the capacity to do something with my life. I had so much love for ambition. I forgot, the passion was in there, but the passion was the zeal for the passion was on a very low level. It was on a very low level, and yeah, it was on a very low level. The voltage of this passing to of the change, the voltage of changing this person was higher than my zeal for ambition. I know that I wanted to do something more, but I kind of kept it on a pause, and then it started reducing, especially when they start talking down. What are you doing? Stuff like that. No, it's not nice and shit like that. When they start talking down on you, like you can't do it. I had so many times I tried to do the things that I love to do. I know a lot of people who told me that I couldn't do it. No one was going to listen to me. Stuff like that. I had a lot of complaints. One time I had a lot of situations, even exes that be like, you're not paying so much attention to me and stuff like that. I had to like close my book and kept it aside. So this would affect your things like that. Toxicity can affect your relationship. When people talk down on you, this is how to deal with it. You have to deal with it. I want to chew this granite. You have to deal with it. Do not cover it up on a shit. Don't shit over it. You know what I mean? Don't flip shit over it. Don't cover it up like we'll leave that later. You got to deal with it. Because the more you hold on to it, trying to solve it, trying to change the person in the situation, in your situation, try to make them see you for you, the more you lose yourself, the more you don't even see you. So the first step is to recognize that you were not built for toxicity. Okay. The first step is to know that you was not built for toxicity. The first step is to fully accept that you have a path, fully recognize and know that there is a path that you are going to walk on, and in this path there's so many thorns on the way. So anything that strikes your feet while you're walking, know that this thing is nothing but a distraction to try to stop you from reaching the end line. So whenever something strikes you, don't try to understand why it's striking you. Know already there's so many strikes on the way. So many thorns on the way. While you take one out, the lesser the thorns. Because after this thorn that's striking you right now, you would meet another thorns. There's so many thorns on the way. As long as this thorn struck you, took it out, struck you again, took it out, struck you again, it is always gonna struck you. It is always gonna sting you, always gonna eat you. So there is no trying to understand. It's not taking the thorns with you, trying to change the thorns. It's already thorns. It's made to distract you. It's made to sting you. It's gonna sting you. And if you don't eliminate this thorn, you're gonna sink in this thorn, and the next part you're gonna step on would be another thorn. So you're always going to repeat the process of trying to understand the thorns, whereas you have so many thorns out there that you have to eliminate. So first thing to know is that, number one, there are thorns in your path. There are going to be thorns in your path as you go with your ambition. There are going to be so many thorns on your path. Second thing to know is eliminating the thorns. The thorns is to know that the thorns on my path are thorns. Third thing to know is the thorns on my path, I have to eliminate them. So, as you go into life, you have to understand that you are a warrior. You've been in life to fight. You are only in life to fight. Else, you know how beautiful life is. There won't be so many terrible things going on earth if we are not born, created to fight. We were made to fight. It's a game of thrones. So you're made to fight. You have to understand that you're going to have to be eliminating a lot of thorns, and it's going to be painful because there's some thorns that you really cherished. There's some people that you cherished in your life, some people you wish would stay. I know you want them to stay, but they couldn't stay. So you have to eliminate them. You have to let all of this toxicity go. Once someone acting toxic in your life, let them go. They're always going to remain toxic. 1 chance, 2 chance, 3 chance. Let them go. Go discover their self with someone else. If you are on the path to building yourself, let all the toxicity, all the things that you do not want to be in your life, let them go. You don't want to stay in this situation. I know you're in this situation and you want to solve it, but you have to look ahead of you. Is this what I want to be doing in the next 2, 3, 5 years in my future? Is this the kind of person, the kind of situations that I want to solve in my life? And is this the kind of situation I want to solve in my life? Is this what I want to do? Is this the kind of person that I want to be with? Somebody that every time I'm doing my shit with, they would talk down on me? Do I want somebody that I have to make understand me, or I want somebody who knows how to understand me? Like that. So when you think about like your future, where you want to be, you would find the strength and the confidence to eliminate these people. And I know it's not easy. If I tell you my story, you wouldn't believe it. I was never confident to sit in front of a cam like this. I couldn't stare at the mirror for years, and I mean it. And a lot of scars that you can't even see. My face so clear, but if I tell you what went underneath the skin, what process the skin has gone through, I'm still going to talk about the bonds, the scars, everything. But for now, I'm talking about you dealing with toxicity. So a lot of people are going to act toxic in your life. First thing you need to know, the third or first, and put it on the first line. There are thorns on my path. Second line, I'm gonna eliminate the thorns. I'm gonna eliminate every thorns on my path. Third line is the first line. The first line, first you have a path that you're gonna follow. The second, there are thorns. The third, you're gonna eliminate it. The fourth is always the first line, and everything that follows is on your first line. There is a path that I'm gonna follow. First and your second, they are thorns on my path. So when things sting you, you need to know that these things are thorns on your path. Do not let them hold you down. You have to eliminate them. As much as it's going to hurt you, you have to eliminate them. That's why the way people selfish. It's not like they're selfish, but they know already that if you're not on the same level with them, then you're only going to do nothing but bring them down. You understand? You wouldn't understand. So when people don't understand you, as much as you try, just know that they would never understand you. Eliminate them. I'm not saying like cause them problems, but just drift away from them. Cut it off. You're your mother's child. You weren't born with another person. If you were born with another person, it's different. You're not twin, even if you're a twin. Jealousy, everyone has a spirit and a soul out there. Something's going to try to stop you. People know already who you are before they come into your life. I'm going to talk about that on another scale. But right now, what I'm talking about is how toxicity affects your potentials and your zeal. It weighs you down because people see great things in you and they try to bring it down. So the first thing I have to do with them is to eliminate them. Cut off the relationship, break it out, take it out of your path. Do not be in a relationship with toxic people. If you continue staying in a relationship with toxic people, it's going to do nothing but diminish your worth, but knock down your zeal for ambition, and you do not need that as you go in life. There's so many paths for you to walk on. You're only beginning. You just started. Every day you wake up, you're just starting life again. Every day that you wake up, you just started. It's another opportunity for you to correct, for you to build, for you to create. That is so beautiful. There's another opportunity for you to do it. Every day you wake up, you can deal with it. So deal with it. The first thing to your own growth is eliminating everything that tends to stand on the way of your growth. Can it be your thoughts? And it's definitely your thought. It's definitely the correction, the thought of I can do it, I can change them. They're not a bad person. They're not bad. They're not a bad person, true, but they've got demons that you are not the one who's going to eliminate. People are fighting demons that you are not the one who's going to eliminate. They only came to your life to for you to be aware of the characteristic of this type of demon. So God put people in your life for you to know that there are people like this in life. It's just like knowing that there are sheep and there are cows, and knowing how this different meat tastes. If you don't like something, you won't continue eating it. So it lets you know that He has done this. God lets you know that this has been created, this has been created, this has been created. What are you gonna do? You creation. So you need to know what you're gonna do with all this thing. It doesn't mean you have to sink in it and let it, because when you let it overwhelm your growth, then it just reduces you. You can't use it. It just reduces you. So you need to know that there are things that come into your life for you to create with. We are all creatively made. So we are all children of creativity. So when things like this, people like this come into your life, you need to know they were only in your life for you to understand. For you to understand how life works. Because you can be anything. You can be an engineer. You can be a writer. You can be a speaker. You can be an actress. All of these emotions that you've built in within your life are in there for you to create things with. So when toxic people come into your life, deal with them, eliminate them, know that they're not supposed to be in your life. And I'm going to talk about the fear of losing a disvalued connection in another channel. But first off, deal with those people, eliminate them. You cannot handle it. You're not the one who's going to solve. Let people go deal with their demon. And when they're done dealing with their demon, with a lot of assurance and guarantee that these demons are not lurking still in them to affect you, affect you negatively, because you things that can affect you, bad things can affect you positively. So like when those demons are not affecting you negatively, then they can come back. But in the meanwhile, while it's affecting you negatively and you're trying so hard to transform it into positivity, but they keep striking you with negativity, you have to eliminate them. Do not wait, just take them out of your life. Okay? So how to deal with it is eliminating it. I'm sorry, but there's no other way. Eliminate the person. Don't kill them, okay? Don't murder somebody. Don't end up in jail. Don't kill somebody. Just eliminate them. Delete. Contact. Go far from them. Take them far from you. I'm chewing granite. Take them far from you. And shit like that. That's how you're going to eliminate them. They murder somebody. So that's what I've just got to say, that you've got so much potential in you, so much zeal for ambition. Do not let anybody take it down. Do not let anybody reduce it. Do not let anybody stop you from doing the things that you want to do. And like, for you to also know that toxic environment, toxic people can reduce your zeal for potentials, can affect your potentials, can reduce your zeal for ambition. In order for you to grow and win, you have to eliminate these people in your life. And then I'm going to talk on the next chapter, on the next video, about the fear of losing a disvalued contact. Because I know you're scared. But don't worry, baby. I got you. Okay? Bye.